Yesterday, Mr. Mufareh came on and did a webinar for those individuals participating with OnPassive. Absolutely awesome. Anytime Ash Mufareh comes on now, because we're so close to the product launch to the global market, it's just extremely powerful. I'm Mike Ellis, by the way. There are a lot of things on the webinar that I can't talk about. They were proprietary. They're just for those individuals participating with OnPassive. But there are a couple things I can talk about, and I can use kind of a concept to explain what Ash was going through. And it's funny, when you look at what Ash talked about yesterday, he was on for about 4 hours. It was a long webinar, well worth it. People take different things away from what Ash has to say. This is what I took away from it. I think it's relevant and will give you an idea of how close we are to the product launch to the global market. It'll give you an idea of what's going to be happening in your life and why what Mr. Mufareh and OnPassive is doing today is so important. Really, really important. Now, I'm going to talk about two concepts. One is preparation, and the other one is the money side of OnPassive. Everybody loves to talk about the money side. But let's start with preparation. And I want to use an analogy that's probably happened in all of our lives at one time or another. Whether it's education, whether it's athletic, whether it's business, whether it's an interview, many different things in life that you've come in and prepared for what you needed to do. You've come in, you've done what was necessary to be prepared as you go into that situation. Again, whether it's education, athletics, business, interview, whatever it is. And you are ready. You are prepared. You've done your homework. You've done everything you can do to be prepared for this particular meeting or whatever it is. You're just ready. And as you come into it, doesn't matter what they throw at you, you can handle it. It's just a done deal. And as you go through whatever it is you're going through and you finish it, it's such a great feeling because you were prepared. You knocked it out of the park and it was just a done deal, whatever it was. That's preparation. And preparation gives you the ability to win. And I know all of us have been in a situation in life where we really have prepared and did really, really well. That's such a great feeling. It was for me, those times that's happened for me. I know it's a great feeling for you, those times where you've gone in and you've just won. You just did really, really well. Today, OnPassive is preparing. Okay? Are there a few things that Mr. Mufareh and his team are doing right now to be ready for the product launch to the global market? Absolutely, 100%. There are a few things that they have to do to be prepared for anything. And this is what Mr. Mufareh is doing. And believe me, he will be prepared as we go into the product launch to the global market. No doubt about it. And I'll give you a couple of scenarios. What happens if OnPassive goes into the product launch to the global market and it goes viral? And the amount of people that are going to be coming in is just going to be staggering. Does OnPassive have to be prepared for that? Whether it happens or not, do they have to be prepared for it? Absolutely. Mr. Mufareh, he's a very, very smart individual. He knows there are things that could happen that he has to be prepared for. Now, the viral side of OnPassive, do I believe OnPassive will go viral? Yeah, I do. I absolutely believe OnPassive will go viral. Product superior, lower price point, people are going to love it. They're going to flock in. Absolutely. How viral will they go the first year? I don't know. I really don't know. But Mr. Mufareh has to be prepared for OnPassive going viral crazy. I mean, so many people come in. He has to be prepared for that volume. This is what Mr. Mufareh is doing. He is preparing right now. He's taking care of all of those scenarios that if they happen, he's ready for it. Why is he doing that? He's doing that because it has to be done for us. You cannot come into a product global launch of OnPassive and not be ready and not be able to handle all the things, all the different scenarios that could happen. You have to be able to handle this. It's just like you preparing for anything. You have to be able to handle anything. Mr. Mufareh is making sure that as we go into the product launch to the global market, we are prepared. OnPassive is prepared. And whatever they throw at us, it doesn't matter. We're going to be ready for it. We're going to be able to handle it. And we're going to win, period. That's where we all want to be. We want to win. The next thing, and Ash talked about a lot of things that I really can't talk about on an open forum, but I can talk about the monetary side of Unpassive just very, very quickly. And Ash spent a lot of time on this. Again, I can't get into the details of some of the things he said, but I can give you an idea of where he is, where we're going, and how it's going to benefit you. If we take a scenario, and Ash used this example, if we take a scenario of an individual and we give them two options. One option, as they come in, we're going to give them $100,000 a month residual, boom, for the rest of his life. He's done. Okay. The next option we're going to give he or she, we're going to give him $10,000 a month residual, rest of his life, but we're going to do more than that. We're going to put 999 people on his sales team, on his sales force. These individuals will work with him throughout the world. Okay. Most people, as they heard those two scenarios, they pick number one. I'll take the $100,000 and I'll run. But they don't understand that the second scenario is oh so powerful. And it brings in the eighth wonder of the world, and that's compounding. And once you understand compounding and what's going to happen with the second scenario that Ash put out there, the first one does not look near as attractive as it did initially. When you understand putting 999 people underneath you, a sales force for your business, and having them go to work for you, it becomes very, very powerful. Not only that, but the 999 people that are underneath you, we're going to pay them $1,000 a month residual to start with. A couple things happen. Number one, compounding kicks in. And when you compound that many people working in one organization, your organization, all of a sudden your organization grows very, very quickly, and $100,000 looks like chicken feed. Okay, that's what happens. But it's even more powerful than that. These individuals coming in, $1,000 a month, they've been given a way forward to take care of those financial woes that they have. And if some of these individuals are in Africa or some of the other countries that aren't as rich as the third world, $1,000 is life-changing. So they not only do they find a way forward, their life starts to get better right away. What does that do? They get excited about what's happening in their life, but in your life too. They want to perform. They want to do better for you because of what you've done for them. And as you look at coming in, starting with a little less, but with a team that will compound your business, things get very, very exciting. And the first scenario of $100,000 a month, it just doesn't look that good, because you can turn what you have, starting with less, into $500,000, $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, whatever your goal is. And everybody in that sales organization, they're going to do better also because of the way Unpassive is structured, because of what Unpassive has done, because of what Ash Mufareh and his team have done to develop and build Unpassive for us. When we talk about the money, why is this all possible in Unpassive? It's because Mr. Mufareh wants to share the wealth with all of us. He doesn't want to take that wealth and hoard it. He wants to share the majority of the wealth with those individuals participating in Unpassive. It really is the only way that this scenario works. The two scenarios work. You have to be willing to share the wealth with those individuals participating. When you look around the world and you look at other corporations, it does not work that way. These corporations, they take everything they can and they give you as little as possible. Ash Mufareh has turned that on its head. He wants to give you as much as he can give and still maintain the corporation, develop it, have a research and development department, do all the things he needs to do to continue to expand and grow Unpassive. But everything else he wants to give to those individuals participating with Unpassive. Understanding just these two simple concepts will give you an idea where Unpassive is, where we're going, and where you're going to be. Preparation is the key to everything. Preparation, you will win with the right preparation, and Ash Mufareh is doing the right preparation for all of us to win, for Unpassive to win, for us to win, to be in that position, to develop an income, develop a residual income, build that liberty and freedom that so many people around the world want to take away from you. They want to control and manipulate you. We're not going to let that happen. Unpassive was built for us to live in freedom and liberty. That's where we want to be. Financial independence, giving us the ability to live the lifestyle we want to live and develop our families and our community in a very good and prosperous way. This is what OnPassive does for everybody. Last thing I'll talk about, and this is proprietary, so I can't say much about this. If you're in business, and it's common sense, if you're in business, isn't it a good idea to develop more than one stream of revenue? Yeah, it is, absolutely. The more streams of revenue you can bring in, the better off you're going to be, the more abundant you're going to be, the more prosperous you're going to be, right? Okay. Ash Mufareh talked a little bit about what OnPassive is doing, and I have to be very, very careful here. Revenue is the key to everything, and if you can develop many streams of revenue in your business, you're going to be in a much better position. Really, that's about all I can say about that area that Ash talked about. Yeah, that's all I can say. OnPassive today is in such a unique position because Ash Mufareh is prepared, and he's developed the business for us, and he's thinking about other things that you don't know about, that he doesn't share with too many people, that will make OnPassive such a powerhouse as we go into the product launch to the global market. This is so cool. If you are participating with OnPassive today, I recommend you go into your back office and watch the replay. It's 4 hours, it's long, or read the recap that some of the other founders are going to do. I'm sure they're in there by now. Very, very powerful. If you're not participating with OnPassive right now, and you're looking at OnPassive and you want to become a reseller as we go into the product launch to the global market, all of this is relevant to you. And just stay tuned. Things are happening so quickly right now. We are very, very close to that product launch. 2022 is going to be extraordinary for all those individuals that are participating today and all of those individuals that want to come in and become resellers as we go into the product launch of the global market. Ash Mufareh knocked it out of the park yesterday. I wish I could share everything with you, but the video would probably be 40 minutes. And number one, I don't want to go that long. And number two, it was proprietary. So get ready. Things are changing. Things are changing very, very quickly. Ash is sharing more and more with us. The days and weeks go by. And everything that he's sharing right now, it is extremely powerful. And it puts us in a position to get ready for that product launch. And that's happening very, very quickly. So that's it for today, guys. Just a couple of quick concepts that I got off of the webinar Ash did yesterday. Again, extremely powerful. If you're participating with OnPassive, go on the back office and listen to it again. You get more and more out of it as you listen to it one or two or three times. If you're interested in OnPassive and you want to become a reseller as we go into the product launch of OnPassive, there'll be a link down below where you can go and start that process. And as Ash comes out, we'll update you with the new material and what he's sharing with us, what we can share with you. And then we'll, obviously, as we go into the product launch, we'll come on and say, hey, it's ready. It's ready to go. Understand OnPassive, 100% automated. It's how OnPassive has been built for you and I. 100% automated, not 100% passive, but 100% automated. And I'll explain that in a video maybe in the next couple of weeks. But it is 100% automated. OnPassive will go to work for you as you come in and become a reseller as we go into the product launch to the global market. Things get very, very exciting because your bottom line will change. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed what I had to share with you. It's all I could really talk about on this forum. Get ready. Things are going to change, and they're changing very, very quickly. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, I always recommend you go down there and subscribe. As you subscribe, hit the bell on the right, and I'll give you notifications as we put more content up there. And from there, we'll just absolutely see everybody top. Have a great week, and we will talk later. Bye.